Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
Good morning. It is 7 o'clock on this Wednesday, a very busy morning. I'm Nicole Nalepa. We have all of your top stories this morning, but we do have that early warning weather alert for you. We're following the latest. We're dealing with rain. We're dealing with a lot of power outages. Scott, almost 23,000 Eversource customers alone without power. And I'm just checking here, about 1,400 without power, United Illuminating customers.
Things are going to gradually get better, Nicole, which is the good news. But I want to take you a picture of Newtown, Connecticut. The wind actually flipped the table, and it was a very heavy glass tabletop, and now it's shattered all over that patio there. Maggie Mahler sent that in from Newtown, so a little bit of damage out there. We do have trees down and some power lines down this morning, so please be careful. The heaviest of the rain right now is in Windham County. You can see there we've got the yellows, the oranges, and the reds. The good news is this is moving out at a pretty good clip, so about another hour to an hour and a half of this heavy, steady rain in parts of Windham County, and then you're going to join forces with the rest of the state, just dealing with scattered variety showers, garden variety showers. The heaviest of the rain is pretty much moved out of the state, which is good news. The roads are wet. The wind is still howling. We had a 39-mile-an-hour wind gust in Groton. There's a high wind warning in effect until 8 o'clock this morning for southeast Connecticut, and a wind advisory in effect until 1 o'clock for pretty much a good portion of the rest of the state. Not too good in terms of visibility as we take a look at Rocky Hill, but better as we take a look at Middletown. You'll notice the wet pavement there, and more of the same as we take a look at Hartford. But again, things are gradually getting better. So heavy rain and a gusty wind. The heavy rain is coming to an end. The temperatures out there this morning are just unbelievable. I mean, we're in the low 60s, in upper 50s now in parts of northwest Connecticut. You can see the wind is switching, providing us with some cooler and drier air for northwest Connecticut, but where it's still pouring, 72 degrees in northeast Connecticut and southeast Connecticut. The temperatures are 73 and 72 degrees, and the dew points are right up there, 70 to 72. But look at the dew point in Salisbury coming down now into the upper 50s. So change is on the way. The winds sustained right now, 36 miles an hour in Groton. That's pretty substantial. Let's check in with the gusts. 48-mile-an-hour wind gust in Groton. That's impressive. That's why that high wind warning is in effect until 8 o'clock this morning for southeast Connecticut. All right, so heavy rain and a gusty wind this morning, clearing by noon. We're expecting gradual clearing, which is good news. You'll see the sun coming out by about 10 o'clock this morning, partial sunshine, and then mostly sunny skies by 3 and 6 p.m. More of the same for the shoreline. Temperatures will climb into the low 70s with partly to mostly sunny skies by later this morning into the early afternoon. And then a big cool down. We're talking about temperatures that are going to be dropping. We're going to be in the low 40s for overnight lows this upcoming weekend, and highs only in the low to mid 60s. All right, as we take a look at the satellite radar, you're going to see the frontal boundary pushing through the state, that area of low pressure. A little bit more action back to the south and west, so we still have some showers to get through between now and about 9 o'clock this morning. And then you'll see the gradual clearing trend of Pennsylvania in the clear at this point. So behind it, we've got some much better weather, and the next chance for any rain in the state won't come until Friday, and that is according to early warning futurecast, tomorrow's weather today. This is noontime today, so that's good. Look at that, partly to mostly sunny skies. 5 p.m. is going to be absolutely gorgeous, so your ride home will be much better than your ride into work this morning. All right, as we run the clock down through tomorrow, we're good. This is tomorrow afternoon. Scattered showers stay to the north and west of Connecticut. So as we move you through the day today, the temperatures will top out in the upper 60s and low 70s. Heavy rain, then afternoon clearing, and then your 7-day forecast includes a beautiful day tomorrow, 73 degrees, cooler for overnight lows with lower humidity. Friday, 64, cooler yet with some rain, some light rain. Saturday and Sunday look amazing. Monday, there could be more rain, the result of a coastal storm. And then Tuesday, 68 degrees with partly to mostly sunny skies. All right, that's a check of your early warning forecast. Be careful out there. The roads are a little tricky this morning. Be careful. All right, Caitlin Francis was doing the traffic for us all morning with reports of road closures. And Nicole, it was just a mess out there.
Yeah, 95 southbound is still closed right now in Bridgeport between exits 29 and 27. So if you want to get the latest with the traffic, just head to the Channel 3 app. Now we turn to the latest on Campaign 2020. President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden faced off in their first presidential debate last night in Cleveland. The two candidates clashed on issues including the coronavirus and race relations. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Aya Galal has some of the key takeaways.
A clash of policy and personalities in Cleveland.
The question
Supreme Court
is,
Justice,
the
radical
question,
left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe? Who's on your list?
Right.
Gentlemen, I think
this
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's going to pack the court.
We have
not going to give a list.
President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden were asked about 6 topics. The first was the open Supreme Court seat.
We won the election. Elections have consequences.
Biden said President Trump's nominee, Amy Coney Barrett, will vote to dismantle the Affordable Care Act.
He won't ever look you in the eye and say that's what he wants to do. Take it away.
No, I want to give them better health care.
The two then clashed over the handling of the coronavirus pandemic.
The same man
It's
who
all
told
set
you
up.
by Easter this would be gone away.
He wants to shut down this country. And I want to keep it open.
Late in the debate, President Trump was asked to disavow white supremacy, leading to one of the most controversial responses of the evening.
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by.
A CBS News poll found 69% of viewers felt annoyed by the debate. 48% thought Biden won, while 41% say the president did. Aya Galal, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
Developing news now in California, where overnight at least 70,000 people have been forced from their homes in Napa and Sonoma counties, including the entire city of Calistoga, as the glass fire rages on. Over 100 structures have been destroyed, and officials say the fire has quadrupled in size since it broke out on Sunday. At one point, it was burning an acre every 5 seconds. And we learned last night that the collective burn area in California alone is nearly the size of 3 million football fields. Today, the grand jury recordings in the Breonna Taylor shooting case will be turned over to the court by noon. The Attorney General made the decision after one of the jurors went to court accusing him of misrepresenting their deliberations. No charges were filed against officers for the shooting death of Taylor. We turn now to the latest on the coronavirus. The numbers out in our state show that the highest positivity rate we've had since late June. Of the more than 10,000 new tests given, 182 came back positive, leaving us with a positivity rate of 1.75%. Right now, 92 people are in the hospital. That's up from 17 yesterday. And travelers heading to and from Bradley International Airport will soon be able to get tested right on site for the coronavirus. The airport is partnering up with a Connecticut-based lab to launch a testing site for passengers and employees. And these tests will be an option for travelers coming in from one of the states listed on Connecticut's travel advisory list who don't want to quarantine for 14 days. More details about these tests will be announced later at 2 during a news conference at the airport. Meantime, Governor Lamont says Connecticut will receive about 1 million new rapid tests from the federal government. They'll be used in settings such as nursing homes, daycare centers, prisons, and any areas that are dealing with COVID-19 outbreaks. Tests will also be given to students and teachers who may have symptoms or anyone who may have come into contact with someone who had the virus. This would make it so students would not need to quarantine and schools would not have to close.
It's probably 97% accurate for people who are showing symptoms. Obviously, if you're not showing symptoms yet, it's a little bit less accurate.
The first shipment of nearly 70,000 tests will arrive next week. Well, the debate over high school sports only continues, and the governing body of high school sports has agreed on a makeup season in the spring. So this would mean an alternative spring season from late February to mid-April for full contact football. And of course, we know that they lost their season due to the pandemic. The CIAC says football would play 1 scrimmage and a maximum 5 games in the alternative spring season. There would be no postseason. And the CIAC also says they would consider the alternative spring season not only for football, but for any other sports that don't complete at least 40% of their games during the regularly scheduled fall season. But the CIAC's ban on fall sports apparently won't stop high school football players in Meriden from competing over the next few weeks. Meriden high school teams are slated to play in a league that is technically independent. Last night, the Board of Ed officially approved the use of district equipment and facilities for independent football. Critics say the district needs to follow the Department of Public Health's guidelines, which still classifies football as a high-risk sport. The Maloney High School's coach, that is, understands the criticism, but believes that this is the best thing for their kids.
I'm just so happy for the kids. It was great to tell them that we got approved for the equipment, and
it was just a big relief, for them.
Maloney and Platte football teams will start playing as early as next week. Those are some of your top headlines this morning. We have a lot to get to in terms of the headlines, the weather, the traffic. If you want to tune in for some more information, you want to get any updates, remember to keep that Channel 3 app handy. We hope you all have a great Wednesday morning. Stay healthy, stay positive. Have a great day.